Alright, so here's my thoughts on episode 4 of Moon Knight. Well, this episode definitely has a very different feel to it than the other episodes, specifically because this one really goes all the way with it feeling kind of like Indiana Jones or The Mummy, and it actually gets really scary at points. Like, yeah, there was a little bit of a horror feel in the first couple of episodes, which I said, but this one really delves into, like, jump scares and the undead, stuff Marvel hasn't really done before, at least in the MCU. And, as interesting as that stuff was, I really enjoyed the entire episode, but by far, the most interesting part of the episode, not that I didn't like everything else, I really liked everything else, but the most interesting part of this episode was the last 10 minutes or so, because I'm not sure at this point what's really going on. I'm not really sure at this point what's real and what's in his head. How much does Harrow really know? How much of this is Harrow manipulating him? Is the mental hospital, I think, that he's in, is it a visual metaphor? Is he in some sort of other dimension? I'm kind of excited to see what happens next week, especially because at the end with the hippo coming out, when I first saw this episode, because I got to watch the first 4 episodes early, I was like, what was with the random hippo? And then when I went back and watched the first episode again a few weeks ago, they do set that up, because he picks up like the little figurine in the gift shop of the hippo goddess. It's like, yeah, this is the goddess of whatever. So there's a hippo goddess in this mental hospital or whatever this is that he's in. So kind of excited to see how that plays out. What does that mean? I'm excited to see what happens next week. And because, I'll be going into the next episode completely blind. Because I was able to watch the first 4 episodes early about a month ago, and I've now reached the point where I don't know what happens next. Episode 5 and 6 I haven't seen. So I'm excited to kind of see where this goes. Yeah, this was a very exciting, creepy episode. Really delved into the Indiana Jones and Mummy feel. Really delved into, like, the adventure film kind of feel. Especially because that transition of the really campy adventure movie. That was kind of like right where I was like, what's going on with that? But that was kind of an interesting transition, because that is kind of what the show is kind of starting to feel like, Indiana Jones. And I really am enjoying this. I'm excited to see what happens in the last 2 episodes over the next couple of weeks. Let me know your thoughts on this episode. And did you guys enjoy the scary feel to it? Did you kind of enjoy how this kind of has a different feel to it? Let me know your thoughts.